Hello everybody, Baron Bananas once again, and as you can see, we are doing our second Gunpla kit. Char Zaku 2 from the original Gundam. If there's one thing about Gundam, the first thing you're usually going to think about is the Gundam itself. The second thing is Char's Red Zaku. Those are like the first two mobile suits that'll generally come to mind when you think of Mobile Suit Gundam. The RX-78-2 and the Zaku 2. So, let's lift it up. Got our wonderful manual here. This is also a redone version of the original kit with better articulation, better materials, and proportions. Mostly to match the better original Gundam kit that has come out. Actually, they got a few revived versions of the original. But if you're gonna do one, you gotta do the other. The original rival. Gotta have his suit done as well. Because while the original Gundam is in fact the story of a young man being thrust into war, more of it is also seeing someone who's already in the middle of that war and how he kind of wants, more or less, kind of wants it to end in his own way. Even if he has to backstab people to do it. So in all honesty, Char is actually an interesting character. More so than, the original protagonist, Amuro. That's probably why, also with his popularity, Char came back in Zeta as a good guy. And he was there for the entire show. Yeah, I was more in a supporting role. He wasn't the main character of the sequel, but he was there the whole time, kind of being that guiding force. Just kind of slowly bringing up the new kid. But even then, they didn't always agree, and, well, Char also kind of recognized that. But eventually, to finish off the original storyline of the show, well, just the main series, Char was presumed dead at the end of Zeta. Then after Zeta's sequel series came the movie Char's Counterattack, where he just came back and wanted to fulfill his mission that he's always wanted to do, which was bring humanity into space. Forcibly, essentially evolve humanity into psychic beings, because that's a thing in Gundam. And to do that, he planned to cause nuclear winter. By dropping a massive freaking asteroid, essentially, onto the Earth. And just causing nuclear winter. So, I mean, while his heart is in the right place, he just went about that stuff in way too extreme ways. So yeah, Char is interesting. He's gone from he's been a straight-up antagonist, he's been a protagonist, an anti-hero. He's all over the map. You cannot actually sometimes it's hard to definitively pin down whose side Char's really on and what he's actually gonna do. One minute he can be your best friend, the next minute he's setting up your death. And most of the time, it is with no hard feelings. It's just a means to an end. For those who did not see the original Gundam, the leaders of the villain side disposed Char's father way back when and caused this war to begin with. So he took a new identity, the identity being Char, and was slowly plotting revenge. He had made friends with the youngest of that family and was actually really good friends with him. But he engineered his death and even just kind of straight up told him as he was going toward it. And he basically said, "This is nothing personal, just blame it on the misfortune of your birth." It's basically saying, yeah, I don't want to do this. I'd rather not. You're a good friend. This ain't personal. It's just unfortunately you were born to the wrong family. So he had to... So he felt he had to kill him. Mostly to get him out of the way. And lo and behold, Char got off scot-free with that one. They didn't realize they set up his death. They just thought, yeah, you kind of failed to protect your commanding officer, so, yeah, you're just gonna get reassigned somewhere else for a while. He's also gone under so many different identities over the years. Born Casval Rem Daikun, then took on the name Edward Mass, then took on the name Char Aznable, then, while in hiding as a good guy, he called himself Quattro Bagina. It's all over the place. Hey Aura, how you doing? This is 8 runner, right? Yeah, that's 8 runner. There's 18. There it is. You're good? I'm glad to hear. I'm doing pretty well right now. Just finally working on the second of the 2 kits I bought. So what are you up to for today, if you don't mind me asking? This is gonna cause me a lot of anxiety until I get it in. I'm not a fan of all the piping on Zaku's, because they want you to bend the plastic into places. And if you're not careful, you can snap it. And I've done that before on a kit I made for a friend for Christmas. So here I am, rushing to buy super glue just to try to get it back together. I mean, it worked, but it's like, oh, I don't want to use glue if I don't have to. Okay. Whew, alright, that went fairly easily. Okay, now it's just the Ferniers for its backpack. I have no idea how long this one's going to take me today. Zaku's are generally simple. But then again, this is a newer kit, so it could have more engineering inside. Thankfully, with this kit, my least favorite part, i.e. putting on the eye camera stickers, is simple. I don't have to worry about placement too much, nor do I really have to worry about stickers in general, because, there's my sticker sheet. It's a single sticker, and it's a circle. That's why I love Zaku's, and Mono Eyes in general. Don't have too many kits of them, though. I only have, actually, one other Zaku. Zaku 1, shockingly enough. Now here I am building a Zaku 2. Oh yeah, there's a lot. There are a lot of tiny pieces. I mean, after you left my stream yesterday, I actually dropped like two different pieces, 2 different times. And I'm like crawling on the ground trying to find it. So that was fun. So yeah, if you were to look back into the VOD, there will be 2 points where you see me pull my chair away and I'm crawling on the ground. Just waving my phone back and forth to see if I can spot the dang thing. Did find them, thankfully. It's just a pain to have to do that. how much of Gundam do you know, Aura? I know you said you are like Kira and Lacus for life. I just want to know how much more you know beyond anything from Seed. That's the chest. Only know Seed, Seed Destiny, and watched a little bit of Wing. Okay, okay. You watched Wing as a kid, so you don't know how your memory is? Let's just say if you were to watch Wing now, it would seem a lot better in your memories than when you actually watch the show. Oh yeah, the opening's amazing. I love Wing's opening. I love both of its openings. There's one thing Gundam does right, it's its opening themes. Yep. Yeah, first thing you ever see. I don't know how many times I've listened to Seed's opening theme, like the first one. Invoke is just a really good song that gets you pumped. So the kit I'm actually building right now, Aura, is Char Zaku 2 from the original Gundam way back in 1979. So this is the original blonde masked man in his red painted version of the standard Mook suit that goes 3 times faster than normal. I mean, Seed obviously had its blonde masked man in Raoul le Creuset, and Seed Destiny had the red-colored Zaku that Luna used. Because Seed and Seed Destiny are just big, kind of just massive callbacks and almost like a redo to the original. Mostly Seed though. It's like first half of that show is basically just here's the original Gundam, but now there's more Gundams and a little extra tidbits thrown in. But a bunch of the plot episodes were just straight out of the original. But I'm glad it evolved into its own thing after that first half. So I really enjoyed the second half of Seed compared to the first half. Still need to get around to watching Seed Destiny, though. But I'm a little apprehensive of it, mostly from its reputation and what I've seen from it while playing through, SD Gundam. But I'll get around to it and give it a shot. Mostly to say, yeah, okay, now I have seen it, I can actually give my own opinion on whether I think it was good or not. That would just require me to sit down and finally try to watch it, when I still have so many other shows I've got, like, half on the go. Like, I still need to finish Gundam Double Zeta. I started that a while ago and then just kind of stopped. Got multiple different other anime I've started and then stopped. I just get distracted by something new. It's like, oh, hey, another show. Let's try that out. Let's see how that's going. And then there's multiple things that I still want to watch, like more of the old Ghibli films. Then there's just games that I have bought and haven't booted up yet at all. So many things I want to do, but I just keep adding more to the pile, so I'll never get around to them. But I think that's, like, true of everybody. Hey, Karn Skalot, welcome back. it's all good. It's all good. Life comes before fun. The VOD is still there. It's gonna be there for a while, so you can catch up and watch it on your own time. No problems with that. Don't ever feel the need to apologize for missing a stream at all. As you can see today, I'm doing a Gunpla stream. Oh, cool. Which ones? Been meaning to potentially buy some of those because I do like Star Wars as well. You're watching the openings of Gundam Seed. I'm probably gonna end up watching and listening to them after this stream. They just get into your head and you just want to keep listening to them. What's this? Okay, pose X-Wing, just a regular X-Wing, R2 and BB-8. Alright, alright. So far you built the generic X-Wing? It's a fair trade. I get you back into dueling, you get me back into Gundam. Oh man, Karnsklaw, you want to talk stickers? One I built last week or the week before. I'm just pulling it down right now. This bad boy here. You see all that gold? On his chest, around his sleeves, on his knees, and on the shield? Those are all stickers. Multiple tiny little stickers that I had to place so they would actually connect to each other. On a raised surface, too. So, yeah, I feel you on the small stickers thing. Like, just, oh my god. Eyes are stinging just looking at those. Yeah, that kit took me 5 hours. Straight 5 hours of doing it on stream to get it done. Most of that was dealing with stickers and making sure I'm placing it right. But it looks good. It turned out good in the end, so can't complain that much. Oh, water slides? Yeah, I mean, water slides do look better in the end, but they are a bit of a pain to do, because you gotta, let them soak in water for a minute, then carefully place them, and then hope you placed it right before it, dries, and then, well, if you put it wrong, oh, well, no going back. I have not run into any water slides yet. All of them have just been regular stickers, thankfully. And again, thankfully with this kit, there was only a single sticker. Just for the eye on the camera. Just for inside there. Just a big pink sticker. Oh, you built some of the, Star Trek models too. Okay. And they use water slide? Oh my god. Oh yes. Snap fit is nice. You're able to just literally grab it and start throwing it together without having to get some glue. Yeah, thankfully all the kits I buy, they're obviously pre-painted and mostly color separated, so I'm able to build them just as is. If I ever wanted to paint them, I could. All these manuals do come with a color guide here at the bottom. They'll tell you, at least now, they're also partially in English, so it tells you what kind of colors you need to mix together to get the right shades, which is very handy. If you just want to spruce it up, or if you want to do your own custom thing, just choose whatever colors you think works. I bought a set of nippers, like the packaging had anime girls on it. Oh, mine came straight from the Gundam base in Japan. Come on, focus on the thing. Well, it says, that's a little bit, yeah, it says Gundam base. I got a whole set. Nice little bag. Tweezers, file, a part separator. I barely use the file, which I probably should use it more just to get the nub marks down, but I mean, I'm not trying to impress anyone with these things. This is just for my enjoyment. I can always go back and take care of it. But I do this all for fun, not for showing off. You went a la carte with yours? One of these days, I probably will get one of the Star Wars Bandai kits. Bandai's also the one that makes the Gundam model kits, so they should go together just as easily. Oh yeah, some of the artwork on these Gundam ones are pretty good too. I just keep the actual tops of them now. I used to keep the full box part, but I just cut out the top, so I got my nice little stack of them here. Because some of the artwork on these guys is pretty neat. What else we got? Yeah. Like, these are just nice looking. So I want to keep those. And plus, it helps me to remember what kits I've actually built by having just kind of like my own little mini catalog there. It's not going in nicely. Oh, that's why. Oh yeah. Manuals are like something you really should keep no matter what. Mostly just in case something happens to them and they break or you want to do something else with them. I still keep all the manuals for these kits too, mostly because they've got so many, some of them have so many little accessories and stuff, and it's like, alright, where do I store these? Some can transform entirely, and I'm not going to be able to remember how to transform all of them off the top of my head. Alright, now to finish arms. Lego Voltron. Oh my. 6 manuals? Like, that's just excessive. Hey Jan, how's it going? I mean, if the set comes with 6 manuals, it better not be a joke. It better be incredibly, good looking. It's okay, tired day, but pizza for breakfast, so you know, hashtag winning. Here's hoping your day is a little better. Gets a little better, and if not, well, there's always tomorrow. Beef crumbles, sausage, and green olives. Thanks, now you're making me crave a pizza. The crust is so soft. Om nom nom. Oh yeah, that's right. You're in Cali. You're 3 hours behind us. That's right. Yes. Karn's having their stinky bean juice while I'm having my leaf juice. Tea and sandwich? Yep. So occasionally I will be, not a tuna sandwich, it's leftover pollock from, fish and chips. Just kinda smushed it in between some bread with some tartar sauce in there. It's just as good as it was Friday. Plus we gotta get rid of it before it goes bad anyway. Don't want to waste the food. Yeah, it is seafood. Are you sure you're not British pretending to be Canadian? Well, I mean, I have family from England, so just could just be some of that, seeping through. And I put that part in backwards. The tea, the fish and chips. Crisps are better, don't you know? Not a big fan of crisps, to be perfectly honest. Used to really like chips as a kid, not really much now. I don't know why. You mean freedom chips? More partial to nachos in general. stupid reaction by some stupid people who happen to be American, boycotting Frenches. I mean, we're no better in a way. I mean, we've seen the... Jen, you've seen the crap that's going down around here. People are really, really dumb. Have a sneaky otter to make up for it. Now I'm just asking, why is there a fake rock in its, enclosure? Like, why is there a fake hollow rock and get underneath just sitting in its enclosure like that? That's adorable. Who knows, but it's silly. Yup. Just hiding under the laundry basket. Or just wearing it on your back like a turtle. Get under it while wearing it on my back. So you went the full turtle. You went full turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Otter. Sent to my room once, managed to sneak down 2 flights of stairs and turn on the TV all while under a blanket. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, the 90s were a time. Excuse me, I need to rake my carpet. Be right back. Sounds like a euphemism. I feel like everything sounds like a euphemism. Well, I at least found it. Yeah, we got the upper half of Char Zaku done. Yeah, you get that stinky bean juice. So, did you manage to get the brackets for the shelf yet, Jen? Or still waiting on that? Got more pizza. Okay. It's just waiting on those then. Alright. But other than needing to still get the brackets, the rest went pretty smoothly. Gonna be lurking? Oh, alright. Okie dokie. Feel free to pop back in anytime. Ah, that's always the eternal struggle. Which one do I do? What do I want to start from my backlog first? I don't have much of a frame of reference for how difficult those kits are to put together, or literally how many pieces there are, so I can't even make a suggestion. I mean, you've built an X-Wing once before, so you got an idea of how long that could potentially take. chose to do a Gunpla stream today. My bitrate is going to crap, but thankfully it's just my camera. Which is okay. Nothing crazy. I mean, going from a personal standpoint, I want to say build Poe's X-Wing. This one, well, I like X-Wings, and I like Poe's X-Wing. The black and orange just really goes well together. Can't wait for Starlink. Remind me what that is again. I feel like I know, I just cannot recall right now. SpaceX, they're sending all those CubeSats to build a network to get affordable high-speed internet everywhere in the world. Okay. Okay, so it's another one of, Musk's projects. Yeah, affordable high-speed internet everywhere would be, like, great. It's something you kind of need nowadays. Everyone's so reliant on the internet. Beta testers around the world are reporting insane connection speeds. Well, that's good to hear so far. But I'd still be just a tiny bit weary, because, I mean, how many beta testers are there? Obviously not as many as there will be potentially future customers, so who knows how having so many people wanting to use it at once will put a strain on the system. Just gotta be cautiously optimistic, that's all. Still new, but you gotta start somewhere? Yeah. Yeah, there'll definitely be some growing pains with that one. If enough people get down on it, which seems there are, this will work and work out great, yeah. It could potentially have a bit of a bumpy start, but I mean, everything does. So, yeah, still cautiously optimistic. yeah, mine's just dropped significantly. Oh, god damn. Well, give it a moment or two, it'll probably fix itself. So it probably looks like trash right now, but there's not much to see. And if I have to, I can close my browser, stop the music, and just use my standard Katawa Shoujo track looping. You just gotta buy the equipment, which is 500 US. Oh my god. Huh. Wow. 500 up front. That's a bit much. Okay, let's see what happens if I get rid of that. Still very, very wonky. Oh well. That should potentially clear up soon. Also, quit out of Discord. And I'll just... well, let's see, what do I usually set this to? Okay, 36. Air guitar usually play? Yep. There. I'll stop using the actual internet for music, and I'll just play a same Katawa Shoujo track over. See if that'll help. Probably not, but worth a shot. Plus, I really like this track. It's just nice and calming. Yeah, this is one of the tracks from Katawa Shoujo. I have the entire soundtrack. That's also free to download off the site. Yeah, it's the track Air Guitar. Been a few weeks since you played Shizune's Route. Does it come up in Shizune's Route a lot? Because I know it comes up in the other routes, I just can never remember specific points in the story. It's just one of the, background tracks that kind of gets you into it. Just, at least into the scene. I'll have to keep an ear out then, when I eventually do get to, well, at least when I finish off Hanako's and I get into Shizune's, I'll have to keep an ear out and try to remember, okay, this is when they play it. Some tracks you know exactly when they show up in a story, it sticks with you. Other times, they're just kind of there. It's still all good music. It's just you can't remember, sometimes you can't remember exactly when it came up. Granted, it's usually you'll remember the stuff that have a really emotional scene. You'll know what music was playing then, not, something simple for when you're just kinda chilling at school doing nothing of importance. Okay. Alright, that's Zaku's leg. Yep, I'm on Hanako's route right now. We pretty much just started Act 4. So it could be 1 or 2 more streams, and then her route is finished. Then I have the fun, arduous task of going back to the beginning of Act 1 and choosing, just kind of skipping through to set myself up to get onto Shizune's route. And then I'll have to do the exact same to get onto Rin's route after that. So thankfully, it's really easy to get on Emmy's, and getting on Hanako and Lily's is just the same. It's just at one point, choose this slightly different option. So I, ahead of time, just had save points ready for them. Shizune, though, I gotta choose a whole bunch of different things. I'm gonna have to play through a majority of Act 1 again. So hers and Rin's are gonna take a while just to get set up onto. And then at the very end, when I'm done all of the girls, I will go through Act 1 again to get the, other route. That route. Shizune's isn't that hard to get onto, but I won't spoil anything. Oh yeah, I pretty much know what I have to do. It's just I gotta go through a lot to get to that point. I basically just have to start new game and then start skipping through things till I get to decisions. It's just gonna be more annoying than anything. That means I'm gonna have to get used to doing my Misha voice a lot more. Yay, me. Oh god, then I gotta come up with a voice for Shizune. Just for when we eventually do, can understand her ourselves. Oh my god. I am never going to do a waha. I have not done a wahaha once. I've always just go insert wahaha here. I'm just making that my thing. I will not do a full wahaha. Oh my god, she says it way too often. I don't know, maybe I'll change that for her route just to get it out of my system. I don't know. could just read all of Sejune's, translated lines in just my regular-ass voice. But I still want her to be a character, so I'll try to come up with some kind of voice for her anyway. Yeah, we will definitely get to that when we get to that. Everyone was always kind of clamoring, we want the Misha route, we want the Yuko route, give us a Miki route. And then actually give us the routes for the two girls that you did April Fools with. But of course, those will never come. I do know what you're talking about, don't worry. I'm just not saying it just in case anyone's listening that doesn't know. I'm trying to keep that stuff surprise for others. Technically, not really. I mean, there's for some odd reason, the Russian community of the fandom is like working on at least one. Actually, I think they worked on two. Those are like the only mods I actually know of, but they're not finished. And obviously not translated, they're just straight in Russian. Yeah, they add the one they're currently working on, that one guy on the subreddit keeps showing off the CGs for, adds the two girls from the April Fools in, as well as some original characters of their own. Creators did say they would rather there not be any mods, though. They would prefer it that way. Just because, they made their story and it's done. They kind of feel that doing mods for it would be changing the story and how it is. So I understand that. Even the one, Corporal Crud, he's also said that if you have the time and energy to make a mod, to want to do that, why don't you just make your own original visual novel? You've got the drive to do that, so instead of modifying one that exists, try making your own. Granted, a lot of this, when they were saying it was back in, when the game came out in, 2012. And modding had a kind of a different connotation, I think, then. But still, it's still their stance is no mod. They'd prefer no mods. Fanfiction, they're all fine for. There's so much Kadoa fanfiction. People have made their own routes through fanfiction, even putting in cues for where you can start and stop music from the game to make it just give it more of a visual novel feel. Even having, good and bad ends through through fan fiction. Yeah, compare that to DDLC, where there's just mods after mods after mods. Sisterhood After Story? That's... which one is that? That's post Hanako Good End, I believe, right? I don't want to specifically say what happens, you know, in the good end and whatnot, because, well, I don't want to spoil the end of Hanako's. But yeah, that's like after her good end, just continuing on from there, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm thinking of a different fan fiction. Oops. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, yeah, so it is the Hanako After Story one. Okay. Yeah, people usually bring that one up as something to read if you wanted more. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna try and read that and maybe a few others that are highly recommended. Because I do thoroughly enjoy Kato wa Shoujo. I've seen Let's Plays of Hanako, but haven't played her yet. I'm still trying to decide which route to go next. Which ones have you done so far? I know you've said you just finished Shizune. Done Shizune and Emmy? Okay. Both good ends? I would probably say maybe go with Hanako next. Because her route is, at least from what I hear, it is technically the shorter of them all. The shortest one. I have no idea about, like, Rin's at all. I have never played through Rin's route. And if you haven't done Lily yet, I would pretty much say leave her for last if you can. Yeah, I'd recommend doing Lily's last, just because that's what I feel. A lot of people also kind of recommend doing Lily's last as well. Only do good ends if personally experience the bad ending IRL, and I'm not interested in fiction. Okay. Yeah. Rin's a mystery to you as well? Yeah, that's kind of why I'm leaving Rin's for last in my playthroughs. Just because I know absolutely, like, nothing. So I will be just as surprised as everybody else. I've now been married for over 18 years, so I guess I got the good end IRL. yeah, I'd say you did get the good end. Definitely got the good end there. You found somebody. And stayed with them for almost 2 decades now. Like, good job. Congrats. That's always the kind of things you want to hear. People getting together and staying together for long periods of time like that. Especially in a world where many people are just getting married for the benefits. Or then divorcing, like, not too long after. It's great hearing stuff like that. Oh, bitrate's going back to where it usually is, but I'll just keep the Katawa music. 'Cause I do enjoy this music so much. Oh yeah, you definitely can't go wrong. Like, this stuff is designed to loop back into itself too, which is great. There we go, that's another leg done. So up next should be the waist, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. It's always the last, like, 2 pages or so that it's just the manual's in full color. I don't know why. It's just something they decide they're gonna do. Okay. If I could, just show me the instructions for the X-Wing. You'll need a magnifying glass to read it. I'll try looking it up myself just so I can see. I'd almost say send me like a picture, like just send me a link to it. But I don't want to chance that. I think I may have my links disabled for people. And I'd rather you not get timed out for no reason. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's just a color guide. Oh. Okay, yeah. I would be hurting my eyes. Yeah, I would definitely be hurting my eyes trying to read those. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that does not look fun. Okay, so I have an option right now of either using the hard plastic skirting or the soft rubber one. And the sticker instructions are on the back, also color guide if you choose to paint it. Yeah, I saw those pictures too. Wow, that sticker guide just... Here's the full thing. Here's arrows pointing. No thanks. At least with these things, it's like, alright, once you get to this step, it shows you. Now apply a sticker here. Not, alright, now that you got it all together, try throwing these things on. I'm gonna leave the rubber skirting for now. I'm gonna go with the hard plastic one. The rubber skirting is just if you want to bring the legs up that tad bit harder. I had it almost completely built, then saw the sticker guide. Yeah, that would be intimidating. Now I'm wary of actually wanting to grab one of those at some point. I already had my hell with the Sinanju's gold stickers. I was doing those as I was building it. Can't imagine going back and trying to just add them in. Ooh. Putting the stickers on the pilot and droid were an adventure? Oh, yeah, I can only imagine. Especially if they're as small as I think they are. Yeah, that's a big no thanks to me. Very tiny tweezers, exact. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, that's just. Oh, good lord. No, thank you. Oh my god. I have a hard enough time with these things, but they're regular stickers. Only imagine that. Okay, we are done the main part of the kit. There's Char Zaku too. Just as it is. But no Zaku is complete without a plethora of weapons. So now I gotta get this guy armed and dangerous. And that's it for the A-Runner. Sweet. Another one down. There's no way I missed a part. Unless that's just something that's left over. I hope that's just something that's left over. Oh, it is. Good. Good, 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 good. It's just... It had to be printed out again, obviously. Cool. So, that's actually another runner done. And that'll be for the other hands I have to make. Or hand. Let me actually see. How many do I need from that guy? All of them, it looks like. Yep, okay, cool. Alright. Let's make its machine gun. Because a giant robot just needs a giant machine gun. Shooting giant bullets. Yeah, a lot of the times, if they just need, if they're, especially if something is symmetrical like that, they'll just reprint an entire runner. It's just easier that way. Sometimes it's the whole runner, sometimes it's just a section of it. There's in fact, this is weird enough, but there's one Gundam model kit that just for specific sections of it that use a clear plastic, they reprinted a majority of the runners just with, like, yellow parts switched out for clear green, I believe. So you have, like, 90% of the kit again. You just need, like, the joints and maybe a few other little things, but you get a vast majority of it. Again, and you can easily put it all together. We don't know why they did it that way. But people aren't complaining, because now they got a bunch of extra parts they can use for customizations. Extra parts on runners for Gundams, that happens a lot, especially if it's a slight retooling of an older kit. They'll throw the runners in even if it's only like they're using 2 parts from it, so most of the time I get rid of those, but I'll snip out any extra weapons that happen to be on them that are technically not used with the kit, just because, hey, why not? Extra beam saber handles and blades and guns and whatnot, those are always fun to have lying around. Especially if they happen to be in, like, just a slightly different color. If I decided to get fancy and build a scene with destroyed X-Wing that maybe crashed somewhere... Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that could easily work. Snip out the right part? I did not. That's for something else. "12-year-old you back in the day would probably do it." There's a lot of things our 12-year-old selves would have done that our current selves wouldn't. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. We all weren't very smart back then we were 12. Alright, there's the machine gun and its extra ammo drum, which quite conveniently can be stored on the back skirt after I managed to pull the tab down. Come on. Or no, I don't have to pull the tab down, I'm dumb. Just sweet. Okay, so yeah, there's the Zaku's machine gun. Handle can move out, so it can use 2 hands to fire it. I feel like I put that in backward. No, I put it in proper. Almost went full wheat back then. Just didn't get any, but I did watch Japanese programming and other stuff. Okay. What programming were you watching? By the time I got internet back in '95, I was past that phase, only to get back into it almost 30 years later. Ah, okay. Remember there was one that would have made a great visual novel? Stand by for a description. Alright, there's the Zaku's Bazooka now. Simple thing. Movable handle out for 2-handed. The bottom handle also pivots in and out for however you want to display it. Even the scope will move around a bit, which is nice. Ah, now it wants me to build hands. Or hand. We'll see. regular guy, a Japanese single business guy. He's had enough being single. He goes out to one of those matching agencies. His agent happens to also be attractive. She hooks him up with a few different women, which doesn't work out for him. In the end, he hooks up with his agent. Yeah, that really does sound like a visual novel. Can't remember the name of it. I'll probably poke around and see if I can find. It was in Japanese, subbed in English. Yeah, probably after this stream, I'll probably just search for it. Just cause, it's got me somewhat curious. Plus, I'm usually pretty good at finding stuff online that people have recalled. They can, like, vaguely recall from their childhood. Back about 91, 92 time frame? Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can actually track it down. If I do track it down, the next time I see you in the chat, I'll let you know. Okay, so there, now he's got his machine gun and his bazooka all ready to go. But he's still not finished. I'll see what I can do. No guarantees, though. But I will try my best to find the show you're talking about. What's going on? Of course, I dropped the entire runner. Because while good old, you know, bazookas and whatnot are great for far away, when you get up close and personal, sometimes you just need an axe. Just a good old axe to chop them. What's worse is dropping a small Lego piece and it gets under some furniture. Oh man, I've dropped tiny ass pieces of kits and I'd spend like a good 10 minutes combing my carpet looking for them. Because his hands are filled with his machine gun and bazooka, he's just got his axe stored on his hip. Actually, I've got it backwards on there. There we go. Now it's in there proper. It's not a shag carpet, it's just every piece I seem to drop blends in with the brown and tan behind me. Now, I just want to see what these last few pieces are actually for that I got left sitting on the runners here. Okay, that's an action base adapter. Small rake then. Alright, so that's another empty runner. Now what in God's green earth is this? Oh, it's something I don't use. It's a holder for something. Oh well. Doesn't want me to use it, I won't use it. Okay, so there we go. There's Char Zaku 2. His good old bazooka, his machine gun, his axe sitting on his hip. There, that's the first Gundam Rivals custom mook suit. He was able to keep pace with it pretty well, but could never really damage it because it's made of just, you know, plot convenient armor. One of the first mobile suits, just in general, inside the the grand Mobile Suit Gundam verse. And then, like, nearly 20 years later, in that same timeline, colors remind you of Rodimus Prime? Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I think Rodimus had more yellow in him, though. And then 20 years later, or sus about, I can't remember exactly, but nearly 20 years later, you got a guy calling himself the Second Coming of Char showing up in his own red suit. These guys are from the same time period, just like maybe 20 years apart development-wise. Look how freaking big mobile suits got. These things got giant. Like, holy crap. Okay, I'm going to get into this as well. Once you fall down the Gunpla rabbit hole, there's no coming back. And just because I want to, I'm going to snip out the rubber skirt. Just so if I do feel like ever using it, I can get at it. They make this an original Line Force Voltron, I'll be first in line. I feel feel like there might already be a Voltron model kit of some kind. Maybe not by Bandai, but still one that's out there. Okay. Actually, it is by Bandai. The Bandai Shokugan Super Minipla Voltron model kit. Just send you the like the Amazon Canada link just so you can see what you see it. It is a model kit. I'm pretty sure it's all, you know, got the colors for it. So you don't need to paint it. I don't believe so. But yeah, it's a model kit of the original Voltron. Whatever reason, the box puts the Legendary Defender logo on it, even though this is classic Voltron. Oh, then again, this is that box is just a licensed one for over in North America, so they would put something everyone would recognize on the box. Try and hit both the new and nostalgia markets. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there is in fact a model kit version of the original Lion Force Voltron. There's probably also, I'm pretty sure there's probably also kits for what is it? You know, the vehicle Voltron. Probably out there too. Yeah, I mean that just gives, yeah, Amazon prices for this stuff are usually terrible, especially if it's something branded like that. But that's just letting you know it's out there, so you can probably look it up and find it for much cheaper somewhere else. Never got into Vehicle Voltron? It's just so weird that it was two different, technically unconnected shows, I think. Like two unconnected anime that they just both called Voltron. Those are scalper prices. Got your Lego Voltron for scalper started to mark. Yeah, that's always a problem too. Scalpers are the death of any kind of hobby. Alright. So yeah, there's our Char Zaku 2, done, snapped together, and ready to go. I'll probably post some pictures of it up on Twitter. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get myself a model kit of the original Gundam to like kind of go along with this guy. But it's good for now, as his own thing. The original Voltron was originally Go Lion. And then Vehicle Voltron, I believe, was Die Rugger. Or Die Ruger, however they pronounce it. Yeah, you were close. I also just kind of know, like, stupid trivia like that. Alright, well, yeah, that's it for the stream for today. What did I say I'm going to be doing for tomorrow on my schedule? I cannot remember. Let's see. Twitter. To my profile. Transformers didn't even have a story until it came to North America. It was just toys. That's it. Alright, so tomorrow at 10 o'clock my time, which would be 7 o'clock your time, Karn, I'll be doing Doki Doki Blue Skies. Again, on my Twitter is my full schedule for what I'm doing for this week. It's going to be 2 days of Doki Doki, 1 day of SD Gundam, 2 days of Katawa, and then 1 day of Stardew. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, commenting, lurking, all of that fun stuff. I hope you enjoyed, the little Gunpla and chill. Hope to do another one of these soon, but not too soon. Kind of parted out. I'll also try to put my schedule on my actual Twitch page, actually update that. I just keep forgetting about it, too. Yeah, the notifications and all that should go out. Get that X-Wing. I'll look into it. I'm kind of intimidated just by the size of that instruction manual. But I'll see. I shall see. Anywho, hope you have yourself a great rest of the day, and I hope to see you next time. Later.